Yo, what's up? It's Ricky. Hey guys, it's Wednesday. It's after art class. I had a great art class yesterday. Let's see here, and we are off and teaching this morning. Hello, hello, you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so listen, we're over here in the Gospel of Mary Magdalene. We had a bit of it yesterday. We did the first set of worlds, the instructions, and we also went all the way down to the bottom to talk about those businesses, adding four more instances to this. And we find, what did I call it? It said the seven wrathful powers that our soul encounters as it ascends. Okay. It's very cool. All right, because go from the first one. They say the first one here. I have to look at it back here. It says darkness, and then we have desire and ignorance, and then at the end we have this. There's this idea that it is a terror of death. That's the fourth one. Okay, we find that is when we get to that one there. That's the wrath. That's the idea that the last one. Let's see what the last one says. The last one was the vengeance of wisdom. That's when mom comes in, she cleans house. Okay. So the number 6 represents our midst and what's inside of us. Usually it's about the works. 6 is divine. 6 is usually along the lines of the end of the world. This is a conversation that when will it become, and that's what we're talking about today in this one. On number 6 here, we look at it and it says, he's asked what shall be the end of all things. Okay. This is the end of the world he's talking about. Okay. And let's just go all the way to 7 where it says, and finally, all the creation of the Creator will return to lifelessness. Okay. So what they're talking about is when we go into meditation, that's what this happens, is that this death of the Creator, which is you, all right, of all of the creation of the Creator, that's our side, that's our consciousness, everything about him becomes dead. That's the idea, that the way that the earth is going to go through this end of times. When shall be the end of all things, and will only a few be saved? And he says the Savior told him, he says, or to her, because this is Mary asking these things, and he says, "Oh, mother of Jacob and John." Now listen to that. She wasn't the mother of those guys. And it says here that she says, you got this thing about Sophia. You want to peer into this veil, this area, this beautiful places to heaven. That's what you're looking for? You think so? And he says, this normal. He says, I tell you, the news of the kingdom of light will be preached throughout this sub-lunar world. All right, that's us. We're the sub-lunar world, and it says this here, or the whatever's under the lunar, whatever's under the lunar. Okay, and that could mean, under, meaning the new, how the moon has a light, and they say that whenever it stops shining its light, it has no more effect on you. This lower level has no more effect. When she stops shining her light, she turns red. But in this situation, we say here, it goes here that I will tell you that the kingdom of light will be preached throughout this sublunar world and the world below. Okay, we know that there are 2 worlds that they talk about. They talk about Jerusalem, which is above, which is free, and the Jerusalem, which is below, which is in bondage. Everything's always in a particular cadence here, a particular pattern. Something has to come first, and something comes second. And in our situation, the first one in this here is the the one which is above, is where heaven is. It's in your mind, in your brain, and earth is the one that's in bondage, the one down below. All right, so here we go. Then it says here, and it says, and those who hear will escape. Remember, the stories ask those with the ears that can hear, let them hear. or eyes with eyes, those with the eyes. Let them see it. That's what it is, because those are two things that make you dumb. Okay, and the idea that you may have a hardened heart is not. But this is that idea that we're in the sixth. This is when you're in your. This is the works. The works on the outside represents following the word. Now, works on the inside is following Jesus. This is here. It says here, and those who hear will escape the wheel of death, and birth when they die. So those people that can hear, if we can make sense out of the Bible, and we actually can see the spiritual side of us, and we learn that we can escape this cycle that we keep doing, going back and forth and returning and doing the old thing over and over again. That's Saturn. We've got to break the bands. That's what goes around us. That's the idea. This Saturn. And we're trying to cut ourselves off from that. Okay? And all it is the material side of us. We have to win ourselves over from this. We have to beat the heavenly spheres. The heavenly spheres. That is one of the things that we have to do to get through them all. And here we are. It says on 5. 5 is the body. It says their souls shall ascend, and if they are wise, they shall pass by the rulers of the heavenly spheres. That's 7 business going on. Okay. We've heard about them yesterday. We heard about the 4, and then when we get to the 3, when we got to the 4, we heard about the 7. Okay, well, we find out that they were all the same. It was just it's a continuation of these going up the chakra. All right. And it says here on number 6, which is all about 6. 6 says, and once the full number of the elect shall be thus redeemed. I'm not so sure what that means. All right. All who shelter within their makeup the divine light of my Father, that, the matter that imprisoned them will fall back. And the state of virgin clay into a state of virgin clay with no likeness impressed upon it. All right, do you understand that idea that when you go into meditation, this whatever was holding us in, this is what I'm breaking bread for Jesus. Whatever the matter that imprisoned the soul falls back. The other place I see that in our Bible is whenever the guys come to get Jesus after Judas has in his situation, he has given him up, right? And so when they come in and Jesus asks him, who are you looking for? He said, oh, I am he. And they fall back. That's where I've seen that before. And these are people that are imprisoning him. Okay. So it says here, that are imprisoning him. That's to let you know that he is our soul. He is the Son of Man, and the Son of Man is inside of us. Okay. And this says that, and once the full number of the elect shall be thus redeemed, all who shelter within their makeup the divine light of my Father, the matter that imprisoned them will fall back into the state of virgin clay. Okay, this is where your mind, you have to be born of a virgin mind. And this is when you're going to sleep. So this is, and finally, on 7, it says here that finally all the creation of the Creator will turn to lifelessness. This is the carcass. In our Bible, it's called that wherever the carcass lay, the eagles will come and get you. All right? Because that's what happens. The eagle is mother. This idea that they're going to take us up into heaven. All right? While we have just put out Satan. This is an unclean thing that we're doing here. I mean, not unclean. This is a cleaning situation. Because it's the only way that we can bring mother to us, and that takes away our uncleanliness and releases our soul. We've walked the way of Christ. And that's what this is all about. That's what our Bible is all about. That's what this number 6 is about. And that's why this thing should be in our Bible. And it doesn't matter, you guys. It's a vital piece of this wonderful business that we call the Bible. All right? It's about spiritualism. We're going to do the next one on our own too, okay? I hope you got something out of this. And I'll chat with you later.